And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, on this latest edition, I have a special guest by the name of Mr. Eric Crenshaw. He is a huge Aggie fan from out there in South Carolina. But he's going to be joining me on the show today. Yes, Gamecock fans, we have invaded the territory. Thankfully, this to the Gamecock. Thankfully, y'all, he's not originally from South Carolina. All right. If he was originally from South Carolina, y'all will be well off mad as hell. I know y'all. But he's originally born in Texas, Texas born and raised. I am going to pass the microphone to him so I can let him introduce himself and things of that nature. But yes, this will be the special guest. Like I said to you guys, this podcast is coming out today, which is Wednesday. I told you I was going to say the best for last. And we're going to go from there. All right. So without further ado, Mr. Eric, my man, please introduce yourself to the A&M family here in the great state of Texas and all around the world.
First and foremost, I'd like to say howdy. I'm a huge fan of the Aggies. I was originally born in Houston. Mom and dad divorced, moved to Georgia, graduated high school there at Everett County High School. Y'all might have heard of that school, may have not. Former number one athlete in the country, Miko Hartman, who's now with the Kansas City Chiefs. He attended my high school, and also the later Tyshawn Dye that also played here 15 minutes up the road at old Clemson. But I've always been an Aggie fan. I believe Maroon. Gig 'em, baby.
Gig 'em. You guys heard that all around the world. Trust me, man, the Gig 'em game is coming. And then the famous words of Jimbo Fisher. We ain't done yet.
No, sir.
Understand the slogan of we ain't done yet. When Jimbo Fisher comes into your state, I'm talking to all 50 states out there, especially up there in the East Coast, in which I'm still shocked to this day. And it's been 3 years and counting now, I believe. Hell, it may be 4 years and counting now, because I think we're about to come up there and try to steal another number one player or either top 5 player from up there on the East. But that slogan has made it in a huge way all over. The last time I seen this slogan being used, and of course they're going to come after me and tell me how much they're blue blood and et cetera, et cetera. When a little guy committed to USC just on last week, he used the slogan, and I understand he tried to change up the words on it. And he was saying that did he say we ain't done yet, or we not done? I think it said we're not done yet. Yeah. We're just starting, something like that. So the slogan is starting to be catchy. It's starting to gravitate out there. So I just want to let you guys know once again, we ain't done yet. This ain't it, man. This is not over. In this latest edition, me and Mr. Crenshaw, man, we're going to talk about so far, what are the expectations of the 2021 Aggie football season? And we're also going to talk about where does A&M stand in primarily the SEC West now and going forward. That's going to say a lot. I want you people to know that contract for Jimbo Fisher was for 7 years. It's ironically, I don't hear the contract being mentioned anymore, or not as of right now, as it used to be. We used to hear it all the time. Oh, well, $75 million, man. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Well, he went 9-1 last year, and I believe he possibly shut up everybody that doubted him. Now, of course, a lot of people it was a COVID season. It doesn't matter, people. Like I say, man, the man had 7 years. They gave him 7 years for a reason, and he wanted 7 years for a reason. He knew he had to tear it down and rebuild.
Yep.
So that's essentially what he's doing right now. But anywho, guys, not gonna sit up here and just blab off after mouth, because I could go all day. I go all day. But me and Mr. Eric is gonna get into some things, man. But before we do that, let's talk about some breaking news. And this was some breaking news that I'm gonna let Mr. Crenshaw tell you about, because he was the guy that honestly sent the news to me. I didn't necessarily get it yet because I was out there in Miami, as you guys know. But I'm gonna let him break down the latest news with the former cornerback, Mr. Eric. Without further ado, my man, please take the mic away.
Yeah, so I was scrolling through my old Twitter feed, checking up on my Aggies. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't been on all day. And I got a surprising, I clicked on it, trying to double check my eyes, Mr. Elijah Blades was rumored to be headed to Florida. Mm-hmm. So I checked in a little bit more. And indeed, he is a Florida Gator. I don't know if it's going to be cement and transferring it. That hasn't come out yet. But looks like one of our former corners could be headed towards the Gators. But like I told Jay Pops, you got something good. You got something going when you start plugging from your program. So, yeah. We wish Mr. Elijah Blades the best. Mm-hmm. But, hey, we ain't done yet.
Nope, not yet. Not yet. So, to any of those Florida Gator fans out there, and it was a hell of a season last year, man. I remember arguing with a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys that bashed me because y'all completely told me that the Gators were going to blow us out. They're going to do this and that and this. And as soon as the game was won by 3 points, and it was a damn good game, man. That game will go down as one of the top 5 games of maybe the decade, man, to be honest with you, especially within a special season, which was a COVID season. So, but in the end, man, we came out on top. We had a lot of respect from a lot of Florida Gator fans after that. We primarily revamped the whole season around, because if you guys can remember the game before that, it was the Alabama game. That was the game that we got, game that ultimately kept us out the playoffs. But after that Florida victory, man, A&M went on a 8-0 roll. As of right now, coming into the season, that's why A&M has higher expectations than they did. I think, man, we haven't had this much higher expectations since the 2012 season. Well, since after the 2012 season.
Yeah, since Manziel left out. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We had a couple seasons with Sumlin where we started good, but we all know that once November hit, I hate it, bro. I really did. It bothered me so bad. I really didn't even want to watch the game once November hit. It's like, I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you know what, man? I can honestly say that I was one of those Aggie fans, just fighting it. I mean, man, we used to be so much on the road to where Sumlin broke a lot of records.
He did.
By being the only head coach to go 6-0, to start 6-0. He's one of the very few coaches to have his team as the number 14 when the first ever college football playoffs came out. I honestly couldn't believe they must put us at number 4. I could not believe it. I wish they didn't, because when they put us at number 4, we went out there to Mississippi State, and that's when we had it with Mississippi State, man. They just started beating us for some reason, man. So, man, the Mississippi teams just started getting on our behind. But we now have a coach that has turned that whole thing around. And right now, I think Jimbo Fisher's like 3-1 against the teams up in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. He's 2-1 against LSU. We all used to hate when we used to have to play LSU at the end of the darn season. Man, wow, come on now. Yeah, so like I say, man, that leads me into this right here. What are the expectations of the 2021 football season? In my honest opinion, man, the expectations are very, very high. I've already went out on a limb, and I'm gonna go out on a limb once again. I'll say this once again, and people can believe me, and people cannot. There's a lot of people that didn't believe me last year, but I made a believe out of it. The Aggies, in my mind, win record, win totals, because they've already put out win totals out there. And to sum it up, they're saying that A&M is going to be a 10-2 program. That's from all sports groups. That's from Las Vegas. That's from 247 sports group, stuff like that. So the two losses that they believe will come is to the predominant blue bloods of the SEC West, which is Alabama, number 1, and LSU is number 2. Nobody believes that we can go to LSU and beat them. Understand that we haven't done it ever since we've been to SEC, but I think things are changing, man. Like I say, the expectations are high. Jimbo Fisher has set the bar high to where it's just all on the quarterback, in which it's crazy to me because nobody mentions Haynes King. He's not even in nobody's top 50. That's how bad it's become. The team down there in Tuscaloosa, everybody agrees with me on this one, is that they have a new coach, new offense coordinator. Okay, let me go ahead and clarify that. New offense coordinator, new quarterback, new offensive line, new running back, a couple of new wide receivers, new corners, a new linebacker, new D-line. But for whatever reason, we're just sticking to the quarterback here. For whatever reason, everybody has Bryce Young as being the one that'll get in there with that offense with Bill O'Brien, which is the new offense coordinator once again, and he will completely kill it. He's already has Heisman odds to be the next one up. He's already been a successor to Mac Jones and Tua. He's now being a successor to Mac Jones and Tua. All I'm saying is this here. Everybody is sleeping on Haynes King, but I believe that Haynes King will also break a lot of records. I believe that Haynes King will go undefeated, or he will lose one game real close. It will not be a blowout. It will not be a blowout under Haynes King because of his competitiveness. But not even Haynes King. If Haynes King doesn't get the start, I don't believe Zach Calzada is scared to compete. I don't believe that he's going to accept a blowout. I believe that the only way that he'll lose is to a close competition battle in which maybe the defense can make a stand, but I honestly believe that the defense will be top 3. So give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, Mr. Crenshaw, on what's your expectations and what do you see?
Honestly, man, you pretty much covered it all. Like I said again, when you're returning 20 of 22 starters on your defense, you ain't got much to worry about on that side. I mean, I think Jalen Jones may be the best corner in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really see anything abnormally bad on him. I mean, he had one play given up against Alabama where he tripped. Other than that, nobody throws to his side. I don't know if anybody watches that, but they don't throw at Jalen Jones.
Mm-mm.
So when you got Jalen Jones locking down the side of the field by himself, and then you bring back Miles Jones, and then you throw in Richardson at safety, then you got Leon O'Neal at the other safety, you don't even want to get into the D-line. You already know we got them hosses down. Now you got Leal.
Mm-hmm.
You got Clemens coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You got 92. What's my boy name? I can't think of his name. 92 DT. He picked up the fumble against Mississippi State.
You talking about man, what's his name? You say number 92?
He's 92 DT.
Not
Peavy. Jaden Peavy. You got Peavy back.
It's Peavy. And Jay Nizza come back.
Back.
Yeah, that's true.
We got Peavy coming back. We loaded, man. I mean, I'm not really worried about backer either because you got Hansford back.
Mm-hmm.
You got 32. He was a sophomore last year. Can't think of his name. Kid balled in the Orange Bowl. He caught a pick.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got 40. Was it 45? The kid from Louisiana. What's his name?
Now you got me want to go through my roster because you called
Yeah,
not
45. I'm gonna just call the number because they make a play on the field. 45. I see.
Yeah,
but he's a young and upcoming backer. I think we're good, man. I think we're loaded. Offensive wise, we're loaded. The only position I would be somewhat concerned about is quarterback. But when you got two that you're comfortable with, it's a win-win situation. So you got Calzada and King. Whoever takes the reins, we're gonna ride the wave.
Right.
I don't see us losing the game. I don't see nobody wanting to play us. The only game I would circle will be October 9th.
Yeah. And man, and guys, let me make this clear once again. I think October 9th, I don't think that it's been presented yet. It's either going to be a night game, one of those CBS primetime slots, or it's going to be a 2:30. It may just be a 2:30 game, but like I said, once again, if we get that primetime slot, mark this, and believe me when I say it. We had only one primetime game against Alabama, and that was when Kellen Mond was a freshman. They beat us by 8. Once again, they beat us by 8. And that was with Kevin Sumlin. And that team was by far not good at all.
Oh, no.
That was a mediocre A&M football team. But it's something about that nighttime vibe at Kyle Field that is electric. So I'm going to say this once again, mark my words. If we get that nighttime game, mark that as a win. Mark it as a win. If you guys would have seen Saban's face that year, because Saban by far had a lockdown corner, which was Mika Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
And Mika Fitzpatrick is the only reason
they won that game.
Not score that touchdown.
Yep.
He was up there on the goal line. I know a lot of people still may not remember that last play, but I remember that last play heavily, man, because that game was about to go into overtime. It was about to go into overtime, and we actually shut down Jalen Hurts that year. The only one that kept on giving us trouble was damn Derrick Henry. He kept on getting on our ass for whatever reason. he was explosive, man. He kept on getting on our ass.
That's a big boy.
That was, man. But he kept on exploding up that damn middle of the field, and it was just shit, man. But Alabama knows that we're coming on October 9th. And in my honest, strong opinion, Alabama has been waiting on us. They have been waiting. They have been waiting on us for a very, very long time. And they know now, now is the time where they're catching A&M on its peak rise. They know now is the time where they're catching A&M to possibly come in there ranked the highest they've ever been ranked, going up against Alabama. I think the last time we was ranked up against them when we was number 6 in the country, and that was with Trevor Knight. But we had to go down there to them. It was a good game when it started, but as we all know, once Alabama gets on the road, they're on the road. You know, it's very hard to stop those guys.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Everything that you said though, man, about the linebackers and stuff like that, and you had me over here pulling up my roster because I know these guys' numbers. I just can't put a name on them. But I will say this, man. How do you feel about the wide receiver core? Do you feel like the wide receiver core has reached their ceiling on anything?
I wouldn't say that we've reached our ceiling. I'll say we're just scratching the surface. But I'm stoked and excited to see what one that'll be Demas and 7 Muhammad bring. I mean, we know we're going to get in 85 at tight end Jalen Watermeyer. We got Baylor Cup coming back from injury. I'm excited to see him. I mean, that kid is a freak of nature. But 6'6", 260, and can move. That's going to be a problem. So you look at him, and then you put Demas out wide, Muhammad, and then you got 2 Chase Lane. He's a problem. We're pretty stacked, man. I'm really just ready for the season to get started. To be honest, I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of arguing. I'm ready to see some pads go on. Ready to see some clapping, see some hit. So I'm excited, man. And I think we're going to be pretty good. I know we got a lot of younger receivers coming in too. The kid from Northwest Florida, one. I don't know his name. He's number 1. He came from Miami Central along with Dane.
You talking about the athlete?
Is it Eric?
Is it Eric? Wide receiver.
Is it Eric Stokes? No, it ain't. No, it's not Eric Stokes. That's the corner. That's the corner from Georgia. It's something. But he's electric.
I'm about to tell you who it is, and you're gonna be like, God damn, yeah, that's his name. You keep Brown.
Yes, sir. That's him.
You talking about that guy? And for anybody that doesn't know, you keep Brown. You keep Brown is the guy that everyone around A&M is calling the pre-Anaya Smith 2.0.
Yes, sir.
So you got to think about Anaya Smith at the level that he's at now, but think about you keep Brown already being Anaya Smith on the high school level, but coming to a college level and possibly being a whole mixed bag of 2-1. So he was already rated as a top athlete. I believe that's the position that he came in as an athlete.
Yeah.
So they're going to use him at running back. They're going to use him at slot. They're going to use him as a X and Z wide receiver. Hell, they might even use him on defense at times, special teams for sure. Although nobody is kicking the damn ball on when they kick it to the end zone after touchdown or a field goal. Nobody's winning those back anymore.
Yeah.
But you can expect to see that young man in a real heavy rotation. And just like I say, so far as the wide receivers reaching the ceilings, man, I wanna say a couple of names. A couple of names is the main one is Damon Demas. All right. That's the one that we're all excited to see. We want to see that young man hit. The reason why everybody wants to see him is because he's a 5-star wide receiver. Let's go ahead and be honest. So we want to see if he's really a 5-star wide receiver. It's like, hell, we don't know if he's really that true 5-star wide receiver because nobody ever seen it. I've seen the high school tape. I just haven't seen it on the college level yet.
Now I will say he sometimes posts on his Instagram. I've seen a couple instances where they running the ones-on-ones at practice. I just seen him snag on Jalen Jones a couple times now. Oh, I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying, if he's doing Jalen like that, I can only imagine what he's gonna do to everybody else. So if that's a hint or a clue, then he's everything that everybody say he is and more.
Okay. You know what? I like that. I like that, man, because I've talked about the young man heavily. With what you just said, obviously, you follow the young man heavily, and I do as well. I haven't seen that video, but I need to go in there and check it out.
Yes, sir.
He's an electric individual, and I believe that when he scores that first touchdown, that place is going to go so loud because they're going to be so happy to see somebody making plays as the wide receiver, man. Not to call out our wide receivers that we already do have. Not doing that at all. But we need a true threat at the wide receiver position. We don't need just Anaya Smith, which is sometimes in the backfield and sometimes as a wide receiver. We need somebody to be a true threat. So, like I say, he was one of them. That's the name that we're watching for sure. Chase Lane don't need to be mentioned. I don't need to mention Chase Lane because I believe Chase Lane is a premier third down target. And it looks like he lived on that third down line last year. If you lose him and it's a third down, he's going to primarily catch it and he's going to pick up the first down and we're going to keep on going. So I don't need to mention him. This guy here though, Jalen Preston, is the one I want to see specifically. This is a big body wide receiver, and I got a chance to witness him in the spring game. He made a lot of catches, man. So it looks like he's been working on his route running, and it looks like he's been working on his catching ball skills. So that's another one that we have to keep a real close eye on. Moose Muhammad, the third, like you mentioned. Moose Muhammad, the third, like you had mentioned. I believe that he will be another one, and he's real fast. I believe he will have to sneak into the rotation, in which I believe Jimbo Fisher is going to run a real heavy rotation, and everybody is going to look and be like, damn, man, okay, that's a hell of an offense, because we're going to confuse a lot of defenses this year. Not only with Haynes King being mobile, but with just a lot of wide receivers coming in and out the lineup, just coming in and out. So we just got to watch out for that. Ezekiel Jones, we all just want to see Ezekiel Jones catch the damn ball already. Just hang on to the ball, Jones. Come on. I'm sorry, Hezekiah Jones. Just hang on to the ball, man. That's all we want you to do because we know you're good enough. You just got to hang on to the damn ball, man. That's it. That's it. Just hang on to it. Of course, Cameron Buckley has left the program. Keon Jackson. See, this man, we got a shitload of wide receivers. It's crazy.
Right. We got a whole roster.
Receivers,
just receivers, a whole roster.
Just receivers in general, man. We have a true roster. Oh, I believe the linebacker that you were mentioning, but he's number 32. Andre White.
Andre White's 32, and then 45 will be Cooper. I think his last name's Cooper.
That's the one.
Edrin Cooper.
Who is that? Yeah, Edrin Cooper. That's the premier breakout freshman that was damn good in that spring game. He made a lot of plays in that spring game, man. That was crazy. Yeah. So like you say, just watch out for him. He's gonna be another one. I'm trying to go here. Man, we got a lot of people. Baylor Cup, though, like you say, is the one that everybody wants to see. We have waited way too long. He's 6'7". So that's why I say, man, the passing game is going to shock a lot of people this year. We have a lot of expectations on the passing game. Our running game is going to be there. And a guy that I'm not mentioning, and I'm not mentioning him because of the simple fact of that he's a freshman. I do honestly think that he'll be one of the guys that will redshirt. And he's the freshman that came from Cypress, Texas. His name is not coming to my LJ Johnson. I'm sorry. So LJ Johnson, I do believe that he will redshirt because it's just so many guys in front of him, man. You don't think so? You don't think so? Wow.
I don't see it. Hey, if we hear the win it, if we hear to stop all this Bama talk, Jimbo gonna have to come with it, baby. Right. And I promise, after that Orange Bowl win,
you all right.
Hey, he's sitting on the he's finna turn it loose. Do you know how hard it's gonna be to prepare for Isaiah Spiller? Yeah. Not only him, Keith Brown, because he's kind of a scat back. They'll put him back there, put him in motion.
Yeah.
And 6, don't nobody want to see 6. 6 a problem.
Yeah, A-Chain. Yeah, A-Chain is gonna.
I call him DeAnthony Thomas 2.0. He's just as fast.
You talking about is that the guy that went to Oregon?
Yeah, 6.
That was
6
real
that went to Oregon.
Yeah, all right.
He got his speed, but he got more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
ain't no way Jimbo gonna hold them boys back. He finna do it this year. We finna win it all. We gonna sit back and smile while we do it. You know what I'm saying? When we do, what do you say? When we do it big, baby.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, this the great state of Texas, man. This great state of Texas. You're not lying about that. And just like you said, man, I believe if that does happen, and how the way we're talking, man, looks like it will happen. I believe Jimbo will honestly let those kids have fun this year. Now, we're still going to be trained to run like an NFL pro style offense, but I believe Jimbo will let it all hang out. I believe that Haynes' team will look better than a lot of people is giving him credit for. And like I say, he'll let it all hang out. I believe the running attack not going to be. Running attack will not stop. We had one of the best running attacks last year, and coming into this year again, we bring all those guys back.
Yes, sir.
It's literally the same damn backfield. Nobody is went anywhere. No running back is transferred. None of that. Even the guys that didn't get a chance to start, which is one of them who's a sleeper, and I believe he's going to make his way onto this field. Freddie Jackson.
Oh yeah,
I've been hearing
a lot. He got a bug. Yeah, I heard about him.
He will bulldoze the shit out of people on those third down attacks. I believe that will be the premier third down running back that will get a lot of third downs and put us in a lot of key situations where it's going to be a lot of Aggie fans saying this year, and we say this all the time, where in the hell this guy come from? What was he at the whole time, man? We had him? Yeah, we did. We literally have a true roster in which we didn't have the depth to go into November. We didn't have that for years, man, but Jimbo has been packing this roster up tight to survive in November and beyond. So we gonna have a lot of that going on this year, man. Another thing, man. So where do you see? And we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute, man. We've been on this thing for a long time. See, when we talk about Aggie football, I talk for days, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk for days. Where do you see this team, not only in the SEC West now, but in the future and beyond?
Honestly, man, I thought we're gonna be a national contender every year like Bama. I mean, a lot of people don't understand recruiting is 80%, I would say 80% of Bama's success. Every year, people be talking about recruits. Oh, we gotta get a recruit. Oh, we gotta get a recruit. What Nick Saban do? Nick Saban be at the house chilling. You know what I'm saying? He at the house chilling. Mm-hmm. He ain't worried about nothing because he know when he called, they gonna move. Mm-hmm. He pluck his talent. Everybody else be ranking classes. Everybody got 30 committed. 14 signed. Saban don't worry about that because he know they gonna come. I think Jimbo has put this program in a position to be like that, to where it's gonna be like, oh, A&M, they rank 20th in recruiting, and then they gonna blink at the end of the year. We're gonna sign 10, 15 5-stars, then 4 4-stars. You know what I'm saying? I feel like A&M is headed towards that level. I ain't gonna say that we're there yet, but I mean, you can see the buzz. Everybody can see the buzz.
Yeah. And that's true. That's true. And as of right now, man, with you honestly saying that so far as recruiting, because everybody knows by now that's been following this podcast. I follow recruiting heavily. As of right now, we're on a track of landing maybe about 4 or 5 stars in this class overall in June, and maybe even more. You know, that's just the number that I'm looking at right now. We're about to land, like I say, once again, maybe about 4 or 5 stars. We already have one, which is a Connor Wingman. And that's the first ever. I'm going to say that once again. Anybody that wants to go and do the history on this, they can. That's the first ever 5-star period under Jimbo Fisher's head coaching career. I'm gonna say that once again, man. And if that's not true, it may be his second. But this is the first 5-star quarterback commit under Jimbo Fisher's head coaching team. He was at Florida State and he won a national title up there. He did not sign a 5-star quarterback ever. And I know for sure that I looked at that recruiting history. He did not sign a 5-star quarterback. Jameis Winston was not a 5-star quarterback, people. He was a highly rated 4-star. He was top 100. As well as the other guy. I can't think of his DeAndre Francois. He was not a 5-star quarterback, people. He was a highly rated recruit. I believe top 100 or top 150 is one of those two. But he was not a 5-star. This is the first ever 5-star commit. Would have been a second if they wouldn't have took that star away from Haynes King. Would have been a second 5-star recruit, quarterback commit under Jimbo Fisher. But this is the first ever. I'm going to tell you this here, just like you had said, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. We will be in a playoff conversation for a very long time. And as of right now, they've approved the 12-team format. So that's a wrap going forward.
For this year?
No, not for this year. I believe
2023. Okay.
Yeah, 2023 or 2024, one of them. But it'll start as early as in about 2 years, I believe. So they have approved it. Anybody who wants to go and do that research, you can, but that 12-team format will go down. You can best believe that Texas A&M will be one of those 12 teams every year. Every year, man. A lot of people are mad right now about the 14, but shit, they didn't create the 12 team. I can tell you like this, it may just be the same 12 damn teams.
Every year, probably.
Each and every year, and it's one of those, well, this is what you guys wanted, so this is what you guys got. Not saying that Bama will always have the home field advantage. Not saying that Ohio State will always have the home field advantage. But those teams for sure will be one of the top 5 teams every year. As long as Nick Saban is around. Hell, and even when Nick Saban leaves, I believe the program will still be going. But even with Ryan Day, and Ryan Day is going to like his 3rd year, man. Ohio State will forever be there. Clemson, I'm sorry, I just left them all out the mix. They'll continue to be there as long as the ACC keep going at the rate that they're going. But okay, so this 12-team format. These 12 teams is going to be in there. I'm not going to name all of it. This SEC in general. And them will be one of them.
Yep.
Bama will be one of them. A lot of people going to not like this. LSU will be one of them. I'm sorry. They'll let you keep on recruiting at the level that they're going. Not saying that they're going to win it, but they'll be one of them. And Georgia, and hell, maybe even Florida.
Yeah. Those will be the SEC programs that they're gonna get tired of seeing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, well, once again, you guys give what you asked for. Now, did I ask for a 12-team format? No, I did not. Hell, I would like to see the 14 because that just it means a whole lot more of the competition level, because every year you're trying to knock off that one program that's always in the damn thing, which is the 4 teams is always there. Like Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, and that 4th team is always iffy. You don't know who the hell it's going to be.
No.
Hell, it may be OU or maybe Notre Dame, or if Pac-12 get their stuff together, it'd be one of those teams. That 4th team is always iffy. The 3 main teams, though, always there. Once again, Bama, Clemson, Ohio State. Can you be mad at those 3 programs? No, you cannot. You just need to beat them. You got to beat them already. So like I said, it gets back to what is A&M trajectory so far as in the SEC West and going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it will be a top 3 program.
Yeah.
And every year in the SEC West, it would either be number 1, 2, or 3. We will recruit amongst the likes of Bama, LSU, and Georgia. If you guys have not checked the recruiting rankings, it has been, I believe, 2 years in a row now. Can't say 3 years. Well, it's going on 3 years in a row now. It's going to be the same 3 teams at the top when you check the SEC standings. Team Tuscaloosa, Team Baton Rouge. I'm sorry, the same 4 teams. Team down there in Georgia and A&M.
Yep.
These are the 4 schools. If you want to play for something or get, and get to the next level while doing so, these are the 4 teams that you're gonna have to come to and play for, man. It's so far as in the SEC. Like you say, man, the SEC West. People got to remember that Jimbo Fisher is about 20 years young. Well, 15 to 20 years younger than Nick Saban. We got
a long way to go.
Another decade.
Yeah. He ain't going nowhere.
Another decade, man.
I honestly think Jimbo is gonna retire from A&M.
I honestly do too. I believe that he will not only surpass RC Slocum, and that's a lot for me to say, but Jimbo's a quarterback coach. RC Slocum was a defensive coach. You guys got to remember that. So Jimbo is doing something that very few quarterback coaches has never been able to do. And that's get a defense to be on the same level as his offense. It's just so happened that the defense has surpassed his offense in a big way, a huge way. I don't think Jimbo Fisher was even much expecting his defense to surpass his offense like that. That's why he stays on the offense ass so much, because he knows that and he see that. They're excelling in ways to where the offense should already been by now. So getting there. Like I say, man, Jimbo loves competition. And he knows competition is there in the SEC West. So why would you leave? Why?
Hey, shout out Mike Elko, the defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Boy, hey, that man, hey, we need to give him whatever. Jimbo need whatever. Hey, whenever somebody call him, Jimbo need to open up that checkbook and give him what he wants. We need him. He can't go nowhere. We need Mike.
Right.
Look, hashtag keep Mike Elko in the station.
You know what? Hey, man, we need to put that out there. All the Aggie fans that's listening, we need to put that out there. Hashtag keep Mike Elko. He's not.
Sir.
And like I said before, I don't believe he's left. And I don't believe Daryl Dickey is left, in which a lot of people like to give Daryl Dickey a lot of shit. Even the wide receivers coach, they like to give him a lot of shit. But these guys were building something, man. You got to understand that you have to recruit. Jimbo Fisher didn't get a roster inherited that was the top 10 roster, man. He got like what was it? Probably like top 15, top 16 roster at the time.
Top 25.
Was it top 25? I know it was somewhere in there somewhere, man. But and I'm not gonna talk like Sumlin didn't recruit, because Sumlin was by far one of the very few A&M coaches that brought in the top 5 roster. Hell, I remember that like yesterday, man. He did bring in one for people that did not know. Yeah, we were number 5 one year. I can't remember what year that was, but we were number 5. We just didn't excel.
The year that he brought in Miles. The year that Miles got that class.
Okay. Oh, and who else in that class? Kyler Murray? Was he in that class?
That was a year. Yeah, he brought Kyler, Miles. Hey, we had a star receiver in that class.
Was it Christian Kirk?
Christian Kirk. I want to say Ricky Seals came in that class too. But you remember when he came out, he was a 5-star. Yeah. He ended up tearing his ACL his senior year in high school.
I hated that, man. And Ricky Seals Jones could never kind of live up to that.
Nah.
Hey, that's in the past. We're going to have more 5-star wide receivers come through this program like crazy. It's just, man, got to be on the lookout for that. But, man, we've been going on long enough. I think, man, we ran over to like an hour. I was trying to do it like a 15-minute episode, but man, we got to talking and man, the shit started sounding too good. And we couldn't stop. So, hey man, once again, man, I thank you, Mr. Eric, for
Yes, sir.
being a special guest on the show. And to all the Aggie listeners out there, if you guys also want to be on the show, man, like I say, you guys just have to drop me your email addresses. You don't have to drop a phone number, stuff like that. Just drop me your email. I am on Twitter. It's at jpops2020. So please just probably message me on Twitter. But if you don't have Twitter, man, like I say, just drop the email address. I will get in contact with you. No, I'm not that type of guy that didn't respond. So, you guys just gotta let me know, man. But Mr. Eric, man, I thank you once again. Before you guys leave though, I have to post these once again. These are my wife's eyelashes. Can you guys see that? These are dope in the styles. Please, man, message me so you guys can get these eyelashes, man. They're only $10 a box. Please hit me up on that if you guys want it. Once again, they're selling out. So please get in contact with me. Also, man, Mr. Crenshaw also has his own business. He's a mobile diesel mechanic. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's a mobile diesel mechanic. He also has an Instagram. I'm gonna let him introduce that Instagram page, and after that, we're gonna wrap it up and get on up out of here, man. But I love all of you guys, man. Hashtag gig 'em.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on the show. Like I said, I've been watching forever. Decided to reach out to you because I just saw the similarities. Like you said, once we start talking, it's hard to stop, man. It's just the excitement overall with the team and where the program is going. You can reach me, see me, Instagram at 6.7 big BIG Frozone FROZONE. Once again, that's at 6.7 Big Frozone. Check out the Aggie Mobile. It's pimping. Giggle.
All right, guys. I thank you once again. But this the Homemade Podcast Sports, and we're out. Hashtag Eagle Max. Ooh.